Okay, I know I use a lot of Bed Wars footage for the background behind my videos, but trust me, this time it actually means something. So today we're talking about the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, the books of course. Don't even get me started on the movies, I might blush. So firstly, where do these books get off making Manny so attractive? Actually though, we're talking about Bed Wars, a tribute if you will. That won't be the title though, because you know how it goes, Jay Schlatt did it first. So let me see here, an accolade? Pretty sure that means something, but what? Okay, we're gonna go with a eulogy. I mean, what are the odds that means something entirely different, right? Come on. After many death threats, I've decided to title the video, a Minecraft Bed Wars special. So to make this literally as tasteful as possible, I will actually write this like an essay. Maybe. Who could be bothered, honestly? Never mind. To get started, I would just like to point out how many years I have played this game for. Through thick and thin, Minecraft Bed Wars has been a shoulder to cry on, as pathetic as that is. I remember the day Minecraft Bed Wars came out. Birds were chirping and not a single lawnmower was massacring a family of grass. It was a great day. My friends and I were enjoying a game of Egg Wars. The dialogue went something like this. What's wrong, Mr. Carsone? I just don't know. Oh, come on, Carsone. The first step to a happy life is admitting its faults. Also, Harambe will be missed. This is funny back then. I just feel like, I don't know. Maybe this game needs more, this is gonna sound so stupid, but maybe some more beds? Alrighty then, with the production value all used up, let's lay out the video. I'm going to first talk about the basics of gameplay and why they work. Then I'm going to dive right into some issues I have with the game, and that'll leave me just enough time to absolutely gush about Bed Wars. There are plenty of servers that have their own version of Bed Wars, including console servers, but Hypixel was the first to coin the name Bed Wars. Interestingly, the game was adapted from games on different servers like Rush and Egg Wars. Even though the idea was not original, Hypixel made plenty of tweaks and revisions to the formula while it was still a prototype on their server, just to shake up the formula. The game was bare bones in the beginning, but as time went on, it continued to update and eventually it is where it is today. A fully released game on the Hypixel server. Bed Wars is similar to Sky Wars, as everyone starts out on their own islands, just like Japan. But it differs in many ways, such as the color-based teams with a range of 1 to 4 players. Although fighting is the name of the game, each island has a bed. This bed is your lifeline. So long as you have it, you can continue to respawn, unlike that one woman who wore makeup during the witch trials. However, if your bed is broken by an enemy team, that's it. If you die, you can no longer respawn. So that leads us to the currency system. There are 4 kinds of currency in this game. They are most valuable in this order: iron, gold, diamond, and emerald. You can receive iron and gold from your home base right off the bat. These will help you buy preliminary items like wool to cover up your bed as fast as possible. Protecting your bed is a vital part of the game, unless you're this guy. But don't worry about him, he'll probably fall. Using the currency, you can continue to upgrade the defense surrounding your bed to slow down possible intruders. Diamonds are found on separate islands you have to bridge to. These diamonds will allow you to obtain permanent upgrades for you and your team. Some of these upgrades can make your iron and gold generators more effective, while others can give players sharpness or protection. They are extremely important, so it's imperative you have access to some form of ice. Emeralds are found in the large middle island. They aren't so much for permanent upgrades, but they can buy some unique blocks and items to give you an edge over other players. On the other side of the spectrum, you can decide to go on the offensive and attempt to destroy enemy beds. Although this is riskier as you won't be able to protect your own bed, a lot of the pro players choose this route as it brings more results. To win Bed Wars, you need to be the last team standing, which means breaking their bed and then killing them so they can't respawn. Now, if you're like me, you can just bide the time and wait for other teams to do the dirty work. But if you're like a good player, then you could do the work yourself. The game caters to many different playstyles. Whether you want to be a goddamn hermit crab and never leave the base, or you want a kick-ass Kill Bill style, man, do you have options. I'm sure if you if you clicked on this video, you didn't need to know literally any of that, but I gotta think of some of the other people that watch my videos. Hey mom, hey dad. All of this culminates into a massive battle with many routes of action and heaps of freedom. Really, the reason it works is because it borrows from so many other games. Tycoon games, fighting games, Sky Wars, tower defense games. It has a little bit of everything. So because of this, the game creates nearly an infinite amount of ways to go about a problem. Oh, the enemy is being a little cock teased and he's staying in his heavily protected base? Buy an invisibility potion and slap him across the face for the amount of bed breaking you're gonna be doing. Or you can wait him out and do the same thing he's doing. That's why I think it's great, the variety. Along with any game, there is technique. And I haven't seen another game besides maybe Rocket League with a higher skill curve. Combat in Minecraft has always been pretty shitty. Don't pretend that 1.8.9 combat is perfect now, because I'll attack you with my carpal tunnel ridden fingers. So basically, if you don't know, the combat used in Bedwars is the clicky kind of combat, which means the person who clicks more times per second has a serious edge on you. But that's not all. Combat in Minecraft is disgustingly difficult. There are combos you can perform by carefully planning and predicting the enemy's movement. If the enemy has high ground, you technically have further reach than him. This is just a fraction of how much tech there is for combat alone. But unfortunately, that's not all. Blocks exist, so combat becomes 4 times more complicated. Place a block in front of the person you're fighting. It will disrupt his carefully thought out combo. Go into the sky, wait for him to follow, and knock him off. Basically, to be any good in Bedwars, you need to have sold your soul to Satan, because there ain't no way to be that good. Yep, changed my mind. And spoiler, that was just combat. We still have to go over traversal.
Now, if you're a little baby, you can bridge like this, right? You know, it's not quick. So now, if you're a double-decker man like me, you could laugh at the dexterity of those little babies' pinky fingers and wait. Give me a second here. Just 1 minute. Just give me a minute. This is the one, honestly. Like, you know, when you're speed bridging, you have to speed bridge.
Yeah, so that's called speed bridging, and there are multiple ways to do this. Some go vertically and horizontally, and some require a cyborg body with pinpoint accuracy. Speed bridging is huge in Bedwars. When the game first came out, nobody understood that speed was key. However, now, if you can't speed bridge, you are a lost cause. As you saw, I can sort of do it. I really don't want to go over how to speed bridge, but because I've been pretty explanatory this whole video, why the fuck not? The shift key in Minecraft gives you the ability to crouch. Crouching makes it so you're safe from falling off of an edge of a block. So long as you're holding the crouch key, you cannot fall off the edge of a block. Well, this is where shit goes off the rails. Normally, you would hold shift the whole time, slowly backing up to the next block. Well, speed bridging requires you to constantly time the shift key perfectly, letting go and pressing it again. Definitely not for anybody with a pacemaker or for people predisposed to madness. With all that tech nonsense, the game becomes almost completely skill-based. Sadly enough, most players aren't very talented when it comes to technique, but there's always guaranteed to be at least one Omega tryhard. The game becomes this perfect balance between freedom and restrictive technique, and the harmony they produce is mesmerizing. I try my best to learn technique. Lately, I've been using this awesome server that easily allows me to practice technique with carefully curated courses. I'm not sponsored, and if you think someone with 300 subs is sponsored, you have some problems. I put the IP in the description. For people struggling to practice, it's perfect. I love having options in a game. This game provides me with more options than I can count, and I love it for that. However, every game has its issues, and God, does this game have its issues. To start out, I would like to say I'm sure that a lot of these issues reside with the server and not so much the game, but still, these bugs are not acceptable. Holy shit, I have gotten lagged back in this game more than anything I've ever experienced. Getting stuck in invisible blocks, falling into the void only to return to your last position, only to fall again. Constantly falling on land, all of these issues make me want to flat iron my ball sack. They ruin the experience so much, in fact, it's usually what makes me quit in the end. Really, the only part of the game I dislike are the blatant bugs and lag. This probably has to do with the fact that the server Bedwars lives on the biggest server in the world, but still, making a game so organic and having to deal with this shit is a massive deal breaker. I think that all of this mostly covers the experience you might have in Minecraft Bedwars. The game is fun, and that's that. It might take some practice, but once you become proficient with the game, you won't ever want to go back to any other game. I really do think this is some of the best work the Hypixel team has done. The freedom of gameplay and the technique required to be good creates an awesome experience. I am really proud to live in a world that has Minecraft Bedwars. And although I didn't get to say everything about this game, I would just like everyone to know that Bedwars is an amazing game despite its issues. And if you wanted a frustrating, intense, amazing game to play, grab a couple of buddies and experience the wonder this game brings. Bedwars is fantastic.
Place the block! Place Place the block where it goes! Place the block